you like the way I'm on this sex appeal? I got that groove. This is the way I get down in all the clubs around town. If you wanna dance with me.
You're watching Tools for Talent on TFT TV. I'm your host, Cheryl Martinez, and I am so honored to introduce our featured guest today, Shereen Jenkins. She is a freestyle dancer and a social media star. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Please, the pleasure is all
Absolutely,
mine. All
absolutely.
mine. So why don't you just tell the audience real quick a little bit about yourself and how you got to where you are today.
A little bit about myself. I'm Shereen Jenkins, if you guys didn't pick that up. I'm a dancer, social media, I guess you could say sensation. I started dancing in my mom's basement. I hopped on social media whenever a new social media platform hopped out or came out, and then I would just post my dance videos, share inspiration, share insight with my following, LGBTQ advice, life advice, and people just kind of stuck with me. I don't even know how I got where I am. I just kept posting, and one day you wake up and you're like, oh my God, like how did I even get here?
You know what, Shereen? I feel like you're kind of the rare exception because you make getting social media famous look easy.
I've heard that before.
Yeah,
actually.
like people have to like struggle and post and try so hard, but for you it just kind of happened naturally, and I think it was because you have this it factor, you know what I mean, where it's like people are irresistible to you, like they can't not like you.
Oh, I appreciate that. I try to be likable and approachable. So
and I think that's why your numbers just like hit the roof so fast. You have almost 1 million followers on Musical.ly, right?
Yeah.
That's insane, guys. Almost 1 million followers.
I'm gonna get there.
Look at what I'm sitting with right now.
Thank you.
So what do you think it is about Musical.ly that like made you blow up to almost 1 million?
I think it's almost a strategy when you're on social media, and when Musical.ly came out, I found the app, and it was still relatively new, and for me, in my mind, I'm like, oh, I gotta hop on ASAP because it's easy for me to project, like, I'm like, okay, this social media platform is probably going to blow up, so let me hop on while it's still brand new and fresh,
Okay, that's a very good tip. So again, this is Tools for Talent, so tip number 1 that Shereen just brought up that's very important is always try to be the first.
Strategy.
Jump on it right away.
You got to think ahead, and that's what I was doing with Musical.ly, so I figured out how to use the app, I saw what other people were doing, and I was like, okay, how can I bring my flair to this app, and I posted my first Musical.ly, and it got like 40,000 likes. When that was my very first one. On the very first one, yeah. So I was like, oh wow, I love this app.
But were you bringing your other followers to that platform?
No, at that point I hadn't.
So that was just
one of my friends actually showed me that app, and she was like, this is what you do with it, because you're moving the camera around, and I was like, all right, bet. Like, I think that seems
So you just looked that good that everyone just went, oh,
well, it was an
entertaining
video. A very entertaining video. I wasn't even dancing, so it was just more like goofy, and I guess people loved it. So,
wow, look at you. That's amazing. And I also heard that you got 50K followers on Vine in 2 days.
I did.
In 2 days, guys.
That's the Vine order.
What are the tips and tricks behind that?
Okay, so I'm big on manifestation, and really you have to feel like you're deserving of an opportunity in order to have that opportunity come to you. So in my mind, I was on Vine, and I have always loved to dance. Like, that's something I've been doing, and I saw this competition come out. And this is what I'm talking about, like divine order. Like, certain things are just meant to happen. And it was a school night, so I'm supposed to be in bed. Like, my bedtime for me is like 11 o'clock. I was up till 3 a.m. with my best friend. She lived 30 minutes away from me at the time. She had just left my house, and I was scrolling on Vine before I went to sleep.
Yeah.
And I saw this competition that was a dance competition. This new page had like 200,000 followers. I was like, oh my God, I gotta enter this competition.
Yeah.
I called my friend back. She was already home. And I was like, dude, can you please come back over? Like, I have to do this. Something in my mind is telling me that I gotta post this.
Yeah.
And again, it's that strategy thing, like being the first to enter a competition, or, it was brand new competition. I was like, I'm in there. So she came back over for me, which, like, school night, 3 a.m., that shouldn't have happened. She filmed it, the very first take.
Right there.
Yeah, exactly. The very first take, I posted that, and then One take. I went back to sleep, woke up the next morning, and I already had 14,000 followers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What people would give for something like that to happen.
And I won the competition. Nevertheless.
She won.
I won the competition.
I already knew you won because I obviously you win everything that you do.
Yeah, but
Amazing.
that was incredible. So I was just at school watching my numbers go insane. You know, they shared my video, and that video alone did like 200,000 likes. And for me, that was the first time I really blew up on anything, because I had been on YouTube at the time, but it just, it never took off like that.
Yeah,
So, you know, it was Vine. Most people were like, oh, you're Shereen from Vine.
Shereen from Vine.
Right, before Instagram had come out, you know, all of that stuff, it was Shereen from Vine. Like, you're that girl that dances on Vine, right? And I was like, yeah, that's me. So, yeah, from there, it just kind of took off.
R.I.P. Vine, though. What happened?
Dude,
What happened?
I swear, I don't even know. I heard there's a Vine 2 coming out, though.
Yeah?
So, if there is, you guys better hop on it.
That must have been such a devastating day when you found out.
It was and it wasn't, because, and I try to utilize all social media all the time. So if
Another good tip.
Right. If you find a new app that you are enjoying, just hop on it. Like, why not? If you have the time to dedicate, do it.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to social media.
Exactly. If you're
you
trying
never know what's going to last. And
you already know. If you're trying to build your following, I think it's really important for you to hop on other social media platforms and share just as much as you are on that one platform that you already blew up on.
Sure.
So for me, that was YouTube, Instagram, Vine, Tumblr, and from Instagram and Vine, I was just kind of cross-promoting the two. So everyone from Vine went onto my Instagram, so that way when Vine crashed, my Instagram was already still up
People
there.
still knew where to find you. Your fans still knew that you would give them content elsewhere.
Exactly. So I was just doing the same thing on Instagram that I was doing on Vine,
and so that was the first competition you ever entered, right?
Yeah.
But then you did a bunch after that, right?
I did,
like what else? What other competitions? And you won them all, right?
That's what I'm talking about.
Manifesting.
Manifesting. It's just I don't even know how to explain it. It's just energy. It's energy. Once you truly believe you deserve something, and once you want it bad enough, I think that the energy that you put out, it's unstoppable. Like, you're gonna attract whatever you desire. So every time there's a competition, in my mind, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna win this. Like, there's no question in my mind, because I know what I'm capable of. I know my power. It's about knowing your worth, what you're deserving of, again. And so, you know, there was a competition on the radio, a local radio station back in Ohio, so that's where I'm from. And it was a Bobby Shmurda shmoney dance. You know that shmoney dance? And they were like, the best dance video that you enter will get to meet him and get to go to his concert. Wow. And I was like, man, I could kill that. So I submitted my video, and like, I kid you not, an hour later, they were like, all right, we're gonna name the top 5 that got submitted. It was like the whole city of Columbus, and it's huge.
Wow.
And then they got to number 1. They were like, this is our favorite one. It was Shereen Jenkins, and I wasn't even surprised. I was like, I knew I was gonna win it. Not even like that, but you know, in my mind, it was just. I was with my one best friend, and I didn't even tell him I had entered it. He heard it on the radio, I heard it on the radio. I was like, I'm gonna just enter this, because why not? And then I ended up getting first place, and then another competition was iHeartRadio in 2015 had a whoever can dance the best, like, Usher competition.
Ooh, do you know that I have a huge crush on Usher?
I didn't know you had a huge crush. No kidding.
I met him before too, but go on.
Word, when?
I was in his Promise video with
Look, I'm sitting next to a celebrity. What do you mean?
This is a celebrity right here. I wish.
But yeah, so they had that competition. That was nationwide. So in my mind, that strategy is so key when it comes to building a following.
Is this your biggest competition now yet, right?
I would say it was, for me personally.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking strategy, like, okay, this is nationwide, this is huge. What you had to do is post a video on your social media, hashtag a certain hashtag, and then your video gets submitted within that hashtag, and they go through and pick whoever's was their favorite.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, I'm already like a week and a half late to this competition. I have 2 weeks left. How will I get noticed above anyone else, aside from my talent? And I was like, I'm gonna be the last one to post. So, like 2 days before the competition ended, I was like, all right, this is my time to post. That way, my numbers have enough time to go up, and then I'm also going to be the most recent in their face. So as soon as you see my video...
Look at that strategy, guys.
It is. As soon as you see my video, you're already like, wow, that's hot. Now you're going to scroll through the other ones and be like, but that first one, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I got an email like a month later, like, you won the competition, and I kid you not, I started crying, because I think that was the first time in my life that I had realized what I was truly capable of, and the magnitude, like, nationwide for me, that's just, from a self-taught dancer's perspective, it's just not taking a class a single day in my life, and it's everything that I've worked for in my mom's basement, and I get to meet Usher because of it. Like, that is just, it was
Usher?
Yeah, I
did. They flew you out to ATL, right?
Oh my gosh, it was the time of my life.
You must have felt like a superstar.
I was like, all right, I'm pretty got some moves or something.
Yeah, right?
But it was
what an ego boost that must have been.
it was cool. It was cool. A beautiful experience. Usher was really cool. Really sweet.
What'd you guys
person.
do? What happened when you met him?
I really wanted to dance for him, honestly, and I didn't get the chance to because we got to meet him before his concert, so it was being rushed as opposed to after the concert. So I literally had like 35 seconds with him, and I was like, Usher, can I please dance for you? As August Alsina's on the stage.
Oh, that was smart though.
Right, and he was like, I just won this competition. He already knew who I was, and he was like, let me put you on to my choreographer. So he gave me her information, and I reached out. Things happen, some things don't happen, but nevertheless, he knew who I was. He knew what I was there for, and that meant a lot to me, And I believe in divine order. Like, everything is going to happen when it's supposed to. So the fact that nothing really transpired from that, it's cool. It's totally cool.
No, but what a great experience.
It was. It was.
That was definitely like a highlight moment in your
life.
Oh, for sure.
I'll be able to tell that forever. The cool thing about it was that I also won the shoes that he wore with during a dance battle with Chris Brown at the iHeartRadio Awards, and he lit them on fire. So they sent me his shoes personally. He autographed them, so I have those encased in a little box.
Oh man, you should have worn them for the show.
Oh,
they're just gonna wear them.
No, I'm never gonna wear them. They're like halfway burnt from him lighting them on fire. And
so that's more something you just keep on display.
Absolutely. Just because it's my type of trophy. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That would be.
It was cool.
The equivalent of a trophy.
Absolutely. That's my type of trophy. Heck yeah,
Now I want to ask you. So you said you're from Ohio.
Yes.
And so you just came to New York,
did.
right? How long have you been here?
Literally a month as of yesterday.
Wow. Well, welcome to New York.
Thank you. It's been treating me so well. It's a blessing to be here.
Yes,
I love it.
Yes. New York's the best place in the world.
I'm picking up on that, so I'm excited to see.
So you got a one-way ticket, right?
I did.
And so you didn't know like what was gonna happen, you
No.
know? And that takes courage.
I have a lot of it sometimes.
So what just happened a few days ago?
I think you're referencing my Bruno Mars.
Yes, I am. tell everybody what just happened. I need to let you tell it.
Okay. So I made a finesse dance cover, and it's so crazy. Like I said, divine order. I promise you, if you don't believe in energy as a real thing or your mentality being a real thing, that is something you should look into. If your life isn't going according to how you want it to, dive a little bit deeper within yourself. So filming this dance cover with my best friend in our kitchen at home, I was like, Bruno's gonna see this. I'm feeling.
You felt that the day you
I literally have video footage of me saying like, oh, that's the clip right there. Like, Bruno's gonna see this. I'm feeling good about this one. And that's what happened. So Bruno shared my video on Facebook, on his Facebook.
On his own verified Facebook page. Bruno personally shared this girl's video in her kitchen.
Yeah.
Just
a whole video.
Just doing what she loves.
And it's crazy.
You guys gotta check out that video.
It's crazy. It was snowing a lot outside, and I really wanted to film it outside, but I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna let that stop me, because if I got something to prove or something to show or it's just something I want to do, I'm gonna do it right now because there's no better time to do it. So I filmed it inside, and that's what I put in my bio even, or my description box. I was like, I made a home video because it's snowing outside.
Yeah.
And that's just what it was. So he saw it. He said, Shereen Jenkins with the moves. I was like, Bruno, you already know what you need to do now. So we'll see what transpires from that. But I know. Definitely
And
cool.
What's even cooler is that like the day before that happens, her and I shot a parody for Finesse together, which by the time this talk show comes out, it'll probably be out there, so you guys can go look for it right now.
Definitely.
So and it's hilarious, guys. I'm not gonna give anything away or tell you what it's about, but she plays Bruno Mars. And I play Cardi, and it's hysterical. So but I can't give it away. I can't give it away a word.
No. Y'all will see it. Y'all will see it.
Yeah. All right, so now, again, you know the concept of the show is tools for talent, and I feel like you have this this type of energy to you where you are always inspiring people, right? I know that you mentioned that you help do motivational speaking with young kids.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
So basically, it's me and my best friend and I, to be proper about it. He's a former Ohio State football player. In Ohio State University is just OHIO. Like, everyone is pro-Ohio. So he motivational speaks, and what he does is he'll go to a school and bring me along as a guest, like a special guest. And then as soon as he's done speaking, I'll do a performance for the kids and tell them how I got where I got, with social media, because social media is so big and relevant now. And I think that brings a whole new aspect to inspiring the youth, because a lot of times you're pushed to go to college or do this or do that. And I feel like it's still new and fresh in kids' minds to do social media as a career.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not a lot of people pushing for that. So that's what I do. If you guys want to do something, please go do it, because I'm the type of person that was, the underdog. Like,
Yeah.
you can't make it if you don't go to college, or you can't make it if you don't do this. I have people telling me that all the time. So I just really strive to go in there and tell people, like, look what I did and look where it got me. And from a young kid's perspective, I just know how influenced I was as a child. Like, if I saw someone dance when I was in the 2nd grade, I can still remember how awesome that was for me. So just to be that person in their eyes means everything to me, because you're so impressionable as a child.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very important for me to make that impression, because that's our future. The children are our future, and I think there's a lot of times in the media where kids are not being inspired at all. You're seeing trash and you're repeating the trash, as opposed to, this is what I'm going to do to change the world, or this is what I'm going to do to better the world. So that's what I go in there and try to do. I'm really pushing for a beautiful, uplifting future, because that's just the type of mentality I have. I can't not do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you're so mature for your age.
I've heard that.
And
Also.
and I mean it as the biggest compliment,
Thank you.
but like I just, has something happened in your life that
for
just,
sure.
that made you,
Many things.
just because speaking to you, I feel like,
Trials and tribulations, and we all go through them. And, I could share stories. I really could, but people know we've all been through things in our life. And I think moving forward, I have a lot to share with my audience, and I think I was given the platform to really help people, and I'm very excited to do that.
Yeah.
I haven't announced this to everybody, so this is the first time I'm announcing it. I'm actually writing a book about my life and I'm currently writing that, like, as we speak, and I have been. Something just clicked within me to share my experiences and how I overcame them, how I handled them in order to get to where I am now, and I think that's going to help a lot of people, because people see me as, oh, that's Shereen, a dancer, like, she's dope, whatever, but, everyone has a story, and everyone's so focused on just being the biggest star that they forget to share their story, and that's what makes us human, and that's where people can really be inspired.
What would you call this book?
What would I call it?
Yeah, I'm sure you thought about it.
I don't know if I want to give it away yet. I'm not going to lie to you.
All right.
I'm not going to lie. I don't want to give it away just yet.
And just hearing you speak and just your passion behind the way you speak, I think if you did like a vlog to go along with your book,
trust me, I've thought about the ins and the outs.
But that's a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
I think would be a perfect outlet for
Definitely.
you to even be able to reach
just
even a bigger
another way
audience.
to inspire. If you're given a platform at all, if you have like one person watching your YouTube videos, some people don't think that they're worthy enough to be posting or to be sharing what they love to do or to just share their story, but like, one life is a life. You're talking a whole universal being, so if you can inspire just one person, it's worth it. Just do it, because that's what feels good to you. It doesn't matter who your platform is, how many people you have watching you, but, just talking about myself, I have a lot of people to help. That's how I see it. Like, I don't want y'all to just watch me and be like, oh, that's cool. I want to change your lives.
Yeah.
You're watching me for a reason. I'm going to change your life.
And that brings me to another point. Like, what I've noticed about your social media, I think is another reason that has really helped grow your numbers and why people are so attracted to you, is your authenticity.
Yeah.
So this girl is so authentic on her social media, which I think is kind of rare nowadays.
It is.
Social
100%.
media is so, like, people paint this picture of what their life is, but it's not really what their life is, and that's what social media is turning into, which is so sad.
It is sad.
Yeah, it really is so sad, but you were just so honest and so, relatable, and I think that's another great tip as far as how to grow your numbers in a different way that not everyone is doing right now. So what would you say about that?
I would say a quote from my book, authenticity is key. I quote that a lot. But my following has been following me since I was 13. They've watched my entire journey. So for me, it was just, I don't know if it's just my character or just because I started so young, but I automatically had to be authentic with you guys because I was 13 years old. Like, I didn't know any better.
Mm-hmm.
And they've watched me grow through every relationship, every hard time that I went through. I always shared it because, those were my people. Like, you guys have been with me through the jump. So from 13 to 22 years old, you're going to see me go through a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't have anywhere to hide. Like, this is just who I am. And authenticity is key. That is a great strategy if you want to build your following. There's too many people trying to be just like the last person because they saw them make it that way. But that's only going to last for so long. Until you have to be original again and make something new for yourself. So, just, there's only one you. what are you gonna do with that?
Yeah.
No one in the entire world is just like you sitting behind the screen who's watching this, or just like your neighbor who's right beside you. Everyone has something different to offer, and I think not enough of us execute on that to make the world an overall better place. We're all trying to be alike because this is what's hot right now, or this is what's that right now, but it's only going to be hot temporarily.
Yeah.
In the end, you're still standing there with your authenticity and your original self, so how are you going to execute to show the world exactly who you are?
I love that advice.
Yeah.
I love that advice. And I think that plays a big role with, people who are looking to build their social
Yes.
media. Build it authentically.
You have to.
You
have to.
You.
And
that only you.
That's key
what
to
do
bringing.
you have to offer that's different than everything else out there? Than everyone else that's trying to post the same stuff, the same kind of selfies, the same type of fake this, fake that,
I will tell you, if you post or inauthentically, you're going to attract circumstances into your life that are inauthentic to who you are as a being as well. So again, whether you make it out of being inauthentic or not, you're going to run into down the road something that is just like, how did I get here? Like, I don't like this. This isn't me. Because from the get-go, you started off inauthentic. Just be yourself.
That's so important. That's so key what you said right there.
Yeah.
That's like a whole chapter in itself. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
Yeah. But yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, is it okay if we talk about your coming out?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I know you mentioned that was a big moment for your YouTube channel,
yeah,
right? So that was kind of like how you built that specific social media platform.
Right.
So how old were you when you came out?
I think I was 15.
15?
I was. Well, I was 15 when I came out to really everyone as a whole. I was 14 when I came out to the very first person, which was my brother. Because he had come out a year before that, and I was just like, oh, I can come out to my brother. Like, obviously, he's not going to care. And he inspired me to come out. And then he was just like, the one thing Mom told me when I came out was that she wished I would have told her earlier. So in my mind, I was like, okay, to do her this favor, I'm going to come out earlier than what he did because I'm sure that she would appreciate that a lot more. So I came out to her. Everything was great. She was very supportive. I'm blessed because I know a lot of people do not have it that easy. Like, again, she's just like, as long as you're happy, I'm happy.
That's
so
amazing.
I'm extremely honored to have the family and support system that
absolutely.
I do. But I was on Tumblr, and you get anonymous questions. People can ask you all types of questions on there, and you won't even know who asked you the question. Someone was like, "Can you share how you came out?" And I was just like, "Oh yeah, I'll do it for you." I don't know even who it was. Whoever you were, thank you. And then I made a YouTube video. Little did I know that this YouTube video was gonna blow up, and it has 200,000 views.
Woo!
And I think it jumped to 20,000 views in a matter of a month. And for me at that time, I was only 15. So
Was it a self-recorded video?
Yeah, I did it on my laptop. You can even see the date and the numbers recording. It was just not a crazy setup at all, which goes to show you don't have to have the best of the best equipment to just do something awesome and inspire people or do whatever you want to do. But that video I made for one person, and I ended up inspiring thousands of people, and I didn't even expect it. And that kind of started my whole, oh, Shereen, I need help doing this, or oh, Shereen, I need some advice, because people saw that they could come to me. So
it made you feel so good too.
Oh my gosh.
All the comments
I loved it. I was like, wow, I didn't realize that this many people needed help, and I think that kind of jump-started, this is what I could possibly do with my social media.
And you have to say, I love the LGBT community. Some of my biggest fans, for my music, my dancing, I love performing at all girls parties.
Definitely.
They're just
there's
so much love in the air. Oh my god.
It's different.
And they know I'm straight, and they don't even care. They give me the same kind of love, and I'm like, wow, how amazing is that?
Equality. That's exactly what it is.
And it's just some of my favorite shows I've ever done have been at girls parties, they're like my family.
Yeah,
and
that's beautiful.
I know.
Have you ever been to a pride?
Yes.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes, I performed gay pride parades. Most fun, amazing.
Definitely.
You're just on a high of love.
Yeah. I can't wait to go to New York's Pride. I bet
yes.
that is insane.
Oh my god, that's right. You haven't been.
I haven't. I've only ever seen pictures.
Ooh, yeah. Well, and I feel like for you too, that's probably going to give you it gives you this whole other audience on your social media now to even widen your fan base even more, because now you have people following you for your dancing, for your inspiration and motivational.
All different types. I like versatility.
And then for your LGBT community, and there's just so many reasons for people to connect with
Humanitarian. Because it's authenticity.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're all human.
Yeah.
No one person is greater than another. We've all been through stuff. The list goes on, but just human. That's all it is. That's really all it is.
All right, Shereen, so we're running out of time, so I want to leave us here with your last tips of inspiration, of empowerment, or whatever it is that you want to give the camera and the audience and the people you know that are watching right now. Your last tips, tools, advice for aspiring talent, people who are looking to, let's say, get started as a dancer, or people who are looking to build their social media, or even people who might be, you know, wondering when is the right time for them to come out. What are some lasting tips that you would leave?
People are going to judge you no matter what you do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is so important to know, because whether you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing, whether you're saying the right thing or the wrong thing, people are still going to judge you. It does not matter what you believe, what you do, who you love. There's always going to be someone who does not agree with what you're doing, what you're saying. So just do it. Because the longer you live through someone else, the more time you waste being who you really are. Or the more time you waste following a passion that you already know you should have been doing, but you've been too focused on what your mom says to go do it. You know what I'm saying? Time is something that is limited, and it's invaluable. It's something you can never get back once you give it. So make sure you're always doing something that you love to do, because if you're not, you're going to look down the road in 10 years, 5 years, tomorrow, and you're going to be like, damn, I just wasted my time, but I knew I should have been doing it in the first place. Don't be that person that gets to 50 years old and has a midlife crisis, and you're like, my whole life has been a lie because I've been living out of the truths of someone else aside from myself. Do self-reflection. What do you want? What do you strive to do for yourself, for other people? Just think about you. That is the only thing that matters. It's you. Your parents have already lived their lives. Your friends have already lived their lives. Your grandparents have already lived their lives. Don't let their choices influence your life. This is yours to live. Go do something with it. You're here for a purpose. If you wake up, that's an opportunity. You woke up for a reason. Chase those opportunities, because tomorrow is guaranteed. Wow.
Shereen Jenkins, everybody. Shereen freaking Jenkins.
Thank you.
God.
Thank you.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautifully inspiring. It was such a pleasure interviewing you today.
I'm
so excited
to be here. Thank you.
Where Shereen is going next.
We will see.
And check out our finesse parody.
Oh, you already know.
And check out all her social media. And again, you guys are watching Tools for Talent on TFT TV, and I'm your host, Cheryl Martinez. See you next time.
Rock it out, rock it and turn it on out. Rock it and turn it on out. It's really simple, can't you see? Everyone to step with me. Do it.